Hi, I'm John, this is my colleague Ian, and we both work at Go Outdoors and have done for many years. And today we'd like to explain to you the benefits of this particular piece, which is a really versatile piece. It's got far more uses than you'd think. It's called a Mammut Xeron jacket. Mammut are a Swiss company that make, they're famous for ropes. They've been making ropes for 150 years, fantastic ropes. And they make other outdoor equipment, and just like you'd imagine from the Swiss, they do it really well. This jacket is a really, really versatile piece of equipment. It's an alternative to a down-filled jacket. So it's got a man-made synthetic fibre inside it. It's very compressible. It's very quick drying. If you get it damp or wet, it will retain a lot of its thermal abilities even when wet, unlike down, which would compress and lose its heat. You can wear this as a normal everyday jacket, just to potter about in, nip to the shops, keep it in your rucksack in case it gets cold when you go for a walk, wear it as an alternative to a down jacket. But where it comes into its own is very much in the British winter climate. In Britain, when it's snowy, it's always damp. So you go to the Alps or go to Scandinavia, it's snowy and dry. Here it's snowy and damp. There's always moisture getting into your system. And this jacket doesn't mind that moisture. It doesn't deteriorate in performance because it's a little bit damp. So if you just undo it slightly for me, what you've got in here is you've got a very, very light, silky lining, which just moves moisture really quickly and feels really pleasant next to your body. Within that, you've got this synthetic fill, which is a compressible alternative, synthetic alternative to down. It's windproof, so if you do it up, I mean, it's windy here where we are today, and there's no wind getting through that at all, is it? It feels really light, really wearable, but very warm. Yep. So, like all good mountain pieces, it's got a hood with a stiffened peak. It zips up, and Ian can pull it in so that it fits his head and face. If you just look that way, you should look that way, Ian. That way being left. It's got a pull at the back, a one-handed pull, which pulls it in so it fits Ian's head like a cap, and Ian can move his head, and the jacket moves with him, the hood moves with him. So you wear that under a waterproof shell, it all fits, it all works. You don't need to wear it under your shell. This is the clever bit. So Ian, if you just whip that off, I'm going to give you a waterproof. Ollie, if you would just pass me the waterproof that we had out a minute ago that you've put away. It's good. Very difficult nowadays to get the stuff, you know. So you slip that Montane Alpine Endurance event jacket on. It's a great piece of kit. So just imagine Ian's out on a ridge, weather comes in, it gets really cold and nasty. He doesn't want to take his jacket off because he's going to expose his undergarments to the wet, but he needs to protect himself, and he's got this in his rucksack. So he whips this out, and rather than have to take his jacket off to put it on, this is the clever bit, he just puts it straight over. Puts it straight over, it's oversized, he does it up, hood on, and I tell you, within a couple of minutes now, or less, he's just going to feel so much warmer and so much safer. Now you're going to say, okay, well, hang on a minute, John, this is going to get really wet. Yeah, it is, but it doesn't matter, because what it'll do is it'll stay warm even when it's wet. And then once it stops raining, if he keeps it on for a little bit, he'll dry it, especially if he takes his shell off and lets his body warm it up, he'll dry it really quickly. Now, in the climbing community, these jackets are called belay jackets, because when you're on a climbing route and it's stopped in different phases and pitches where people stop, it's called belaying, and it's meant so that when you get cold, you put this jacket over the top, it warms you up in between pitches. But actually, I find these jackets just as useful when I'm winter walking, for the reason I've just described. It's in your pack, you get cold, it's really nasty, you don't want to take everything off, you just bosh it on, you come out of the teeth of the wind into the lee, and you take it off again. So, good for hill walking, good for nipping into town for some sausages, good for just wearing on your way to work on a cold day, great for climbing in, great for mountaineering in. It's, how much Ian, 150? If you retail, you can't hear and look, 150 or 135 if you've got a Go Outdoors discount card. Really good alternative to a down jacket. Fantastic company, great performance, lovely to wear, lasts for years and years and years. Why wouldn't you want one? Yep. You would want one. Can we hear you?
Yes.
Shame. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope that's been of help. Ian looks especially beautiful in that, and we look forward to seeing you in the stores soon. Okay, bye bye folks.